Chelsea Manning is running for a Senate seat in Maryland. In fact, she has released her first campaign ad, and we want to show it to you. Take a look.
I'm Chelsea Manning, and I approve this message. We live in trying times. Times of fear. Of suppression. Of hate. We don't need more or better leaders. We need someone willing to fight. We need to stop asking them to give us our rights. They won't support us. They won't compromise. We need to stop expecting that our systems will somehow fix themselves. We need to actually take the reins of power from them. We need to challenge them at every level. We need to fix this. We don't need them anymore. We can do better. You're damn right we got this.
She will be running as a Democrat, and she's likely to primary the two-term senator in Maryland, Ben Cardin. He is doing well in the polls, so it'll be a tough primary fight, but I'm curious to see how it plays out. It's really interesting.
Okay, so I know what conventional wisdom is. Chelsea Manning's a radical, and she spent a lot of time in prison for giving away state secrets. Gonna beat Ben Cardin. Ben Cardin is a very well-respected senator. He's a solid Democrat, and he's popular in the polls. I don't agree. So I think Chelsea Manning is an American hero. Is she radical? Goddamn right she is. Are these radical times? Yes. So if Ben Cardin is playing patty cakes with Trump, and he is, he can come out there and say, well, I mean, I voted no on the tax cuts. I voted no on a lot of the Trump policies. He didn't need my vote, by the way. Where are you, Ben Cardin? I got no particular animus for Cardin. I don't know him from Adam, it's not personal. I just know that these Democrats en masse are terrible. And so these are the same guys who lost the Senate to the Republicans in the first place when they have most of the country on their side. I mean, that's a fact in terms, not just the polling, but in the data on the number of people who vote for Democrats versus Republicans in the Senate. I know that it, of course, has to do with how the states are apportioned as well, but they keep losing to them, right? So can Chelsea Manning win? Yeah, I'm not unaware that it's a long shot. But yes, these are different times. So everybody on TV will snicker. Chelsea Manning, right? Like, no. She is not a trusted member of the establishment. In fact, the establishment poo-poos her. But here's what Chelsea Manning has that other startups and challengers don't have. Tremendous name recognition. So don't counter out, or if you're the Democrat establishment, please counter out. Yeah, oh, you got this. Don't worry, Democratic establishment. Don't try to fight against her. Don't spend any resources. We'll see what happens. Now people will say she'll have a hard time raising money. I don't know about that. Small donor money is coming in fast and furious. I mean, look, Allison Hartz is running against Dianne Feinstein in California. She outraised Feinstein and another Democrat in the race among small donors. Yeah, they get funded by giant corporations. That is no longer an advantage, that is a disadvantage. So Chelsea Manning is not gonna get corporate money, okay? Of course, but I'd be surprised if she didn't raise a ton of small money.
Right.
So the more people on TV call her radical, I think there's a good chance the better she'll do. And you can't go against guys like Ben Cardin or Republican incumbents with weak sauce. You can't come in with, I'm a shade more progressive than Ben Cardin. Then what's the point? You might as well have Ben Cardin, right? Chelsea Manning is coming from a completely different direction, going, you know what? No, this is not, look, here's the parts I loved. You saw it there in the ad, but let me read it to you. We don't need more or better leaders. We need someone willing to fight. That is gonna resonate. Like these grassroots, small donors, progressives all across the country, I think they're gonna light a fire, man. I really do. Now, is Manning at the end going to be Cardin? I don't know, and I guess I'm the only one in the country who doesn't know among the pundits, right? Because they will all say, no way, no way. You take 100-to-1 bet at this point, and I would take that bet all day long, okay? Because it's not. Those are not the correct odds. The reality is she does have a chance. The other thing she said in that, we need to stop expecting that our system will somehow fix themselves. We need to actually take the reins of power from them. I mean, how many times have I said about Wolfpack? They're not coming for us, we're coming for them. Congress isn't going to magically cure itself and go, oh my God, you're right, we all got elected through a corrupt system where we took legalized bribes. They're not gonna say that. The only way you fix the system is you beat them. You beat them. So whether she wins or not, and I actually think she can. I love that she's running. I love that she's fighting. I love that she's taking on Cardin. Primaries don't hurt any given party. The Republicans have been primarying the living hell out of each other, and they keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and more victories. Primaries help, and if you're a progressive who doesn't believe in the corporate Democrats, they help a ton. You don't get stuck with the choice of lesser of two evils. Look, we said it during the Bernie Sanders run. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it to you well ahead of time. Primaries are everything. Shock the world. Go show up in primaries. While the Cardin, who's excited about Cardin? Is there people in Maryland being like, Cardin? Right?
I didn't know much about Cardin until now, to be honest with you. But my commentary isn't about whether or not Chelsea Manning has a chance. I don't know. I like the message, but for me, what stands out is the fact that she's so resilient, right? And there is actual proof behind what she's saying. She is a fighter. I mean, think about how long she was in solitary confinement. Think about how long she was abused by the system, literally physically abused, okay? In solitary confinement, completely naked, over the fact that she was a whistleblower and told us the truth about what our government was wrongfully doing in other countries like Iraq. And so that didn't break her spirit. She actually fought through all of that, not just for herself, but so she could eventually get out, which, thanks to Obama granting her clemency, she was able to get out early. And now she wants to serve the country as a senator. I mean, I feel like most people, myself included, would not want to be in the public limelight at all following that kind of experience. But she is a fighter, and for me, that says something. Okay,
last two things. So by the way, coincidentally, today, we're gonna have Brianna Westbrook on Rebel Headquarters. So Rebel Headquarters is now the show that comes on after the Young Turks. Young Turks is live 6 to 8 p.m. every day, youtube.com/The Young Turks. And then at 8:05, we have Rebel Headquarters. Brianna Westbrook is also transgender. They keep saying Chelsea Manning's now in a lot of the articles the only person running who's transgender for Congress. No, Brianna Westbrook's also transgender, also running. She's a Justice Democrat and she's in Arizona. She's running to take the despicable Trent Frank's seat. He's now retiring and out of Congress, obviously. So we'll hear from her at 8:05 p.m. Eastern today. Okay, but last thing on Chelsea Manning. Look, she does the Apache releases, among the many things she released was the Apache helicopter video. It showed that we killed journalists and then killed the first responders who had come in to bring them to the hospital.
Yeah.
No one got punished for that. Instead, they punished Chelsea Manning for revealing the truth. And then they try to break her in all the ways that Anna described, including solitary confinement, which and the stripping her naked, and all that stuff is torture under international law. We tortured her. They stuffed her in a hole and they put her in prison for all that time. And she comes out fighting like this.
I know, it's amazing.
No. That's why you think she can't win, you're wrong. And when I see those senators, and they're all so old and decrepit, and they got all those corporate patches. I'm funded by ExxonMobil and Lockheed Martin. Oh, defense, I'm so good on defense. Right? Let's start more wars, right? Yep. You know what I see politically? I see dead men walking. All those ghosts walking around the Senate like they own the place. That isn't your house, that's our house. And I think when fighters like Chelsea come out, they can shock the world. So I got news for you guys. You thought you were coming for Chelsea Manning, and for a while you did, and for a while you put her in a really dark place. But she's come out now, and she's coming for you. If you're a progressive and you can't get behind that, go back home. You know what I say? I say just like Chelsea, we come out fighting. They're not coming for us. We're coming for them in the primaries. Primary the living hell out of these Democrats, and let's take over the party. That's a ghost ship. Let's board it and let's take it. If you become a member of the Young Turks, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
So do it right now, tytnetwork.com/join. Get the whole Young Turks show every day.